No introduction, we're jumping right into it. But yeah, and we're also doing a little self-care in between. Don't mind her. The one decision that rocketed my channel into virality, or at least virality for me, was finding my Z.O.G and my Z.O.P, my zone of genius and my zone of pleasure. Now you can end the video right here because that's quite literally the answer. But if you're actually serious about growing your channel and reaching an audience and building a community, you're in the right place. Keep watching. So, what the hell is a zone of genius? Your zone of genius is a topic that you know an extensive amount about. I mean, you know so much about it, you could talk about it for at least an hour. But what amplifies it is when it's something that you love talking about. It brings you joy to talk about it. You get lit up inside when you talk about it. I call this your zone of pleasure. Personal growth and development and productivity are my zones of not only genius, but also pleasure. I am obsessed with them. I regularly consume it. Content, movies, books, articles, essays, it does not matter. I will read it, I will watch it, whatever it is, give it to me. Num, 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 num. That's how I am when it comes to personal development. Even having a simple conversation about it with a stranger is utterly satiating for me. So how did I find my zones of genius and pleasure? Well, firstly, people around me noticed it first. My family and friends would always come to me for advice, and they would always say how amazing my advice was. They would always say how relieved they were, how recharged they felt, how they felt poured into. And this was before I even realized this was something that was a passion of mine, that was a calling of mine. Now, soon after, I realized people absolutely either hated me for this or they absolutely loved me for this. Either way, it's something that I was super passionate about. I could eventually never go more than a day without talking about personal development. It was getting sick. Straight up obsession. And I wanted everybody else around me to be obsessed with it too. But obviously that's not realistic. That's how you know that it is a pleasure zone. When you want everyone else to feel the way that you feel about it while you're speaking about it. I just wanted everybody around me to be great, okay? Sue me. Then I started to notice it as well. I started to develop a passion for helping other people via advice and insight. I've always been a pretty compassionate person, but I just never knew quite how I could help people, in what ways I could use my skills and my knowledge to help other people. When I started to see potential in people, I decided to share it with them. I decided to uplift them and encourage them and empower them, because sometimes we don't even see our own greatness. And I was the person who reminded you of your own greatness. And this action alone started to make me feel rewarded. I started to get warm, fuzzy, tingly feelings inside every single time someone else succeeded, when someone else felt relieved, when someone else was growing and evolving and transforming personally. It started to make me feel good. I just started to feel very, very fulfilled when it came to other people's success and growth, especially if I contributed to it. I just felt grateful that anything that I could say or do could actually positively impact somebody else. I love aha moments. I'm obsessed with epiphanies and realizations through conversation or life experiences. I just simply love being someone who can provide clarity or just a new and refreshing perspective on something. And I love seeing growth by proxy of intentionality and mindfulness. Also, I'm an Aquarius Venus, and if you know anything about astrology, you know that Aquarius Venuses love to connect with people through intellectual conversations. This is why I need mental stimulation in order to actually be your friend. I cannot be friends with you if all you have for me is small talk. No shade. Then I started to share it. I started to realize that I love speaking in a motivational and transformational way, okay? This all started when I became a live streamer. I used to tell personal stories. I used to give advice on dating, transformation, wellness, because I used to be vegan and plant-based. Like, it was so empowering to be validated and to be appreciated for the advice and my perspective and thoughts on things. And I was also getting paid for this advice. So it was a bonus. This eventually led me into being a mindset coach. I used to do one-on-one coaching, and I would help people manifest their desires through mindfulness and intentional creation. I also taught people about the law of assumption. It was an amazing and exciting era, but unfortunately, it was also very short-lived. After, I want to say, about almost a year of coaching, I decided to quit because I kind of fell into a depressive episode. And during that time, I didn't really feel qualified to lead anyone or teach anyone or coach anyone through anything. I had my own shit that I was going through. So I took a break, and ended up being a permanent break when I realized I don't like one-on-ones as much as I used to. But my love for transformation and inspiring other people, it only grew more. The decision that changed everything, let's consider this my version of Sierra's prayer, okay? You know Sierra, how she got Russell. I wrote it in my journal, and I will never forget. Let's turn to it. I got receipts. December 13th. We're gonna read this out loud. I titled this journal entry, God Got Me. And just for a little preface, I'm not religious, okay? I do believe that there is a higher power. Anyway, today I want to move the way I would if I were a full-time YouTuber. God got me, and I got God. I am 100% committed to becoming a successful YouTuber. I just want to share my story in my mind in hopes that someone will become inspired and moved to take action. I want people to see my channel as somewhere to go that brings them comfort and motivation. I enjoy helping others. It truly makes me feel fulfilled. I am committed to being who I say that I am. I am committed to being myself, loving myself, and putting forth the effort to be happy. My mind is always full, it seems, but I just want straightforward clarity sometimes, during the times where I need it the most. If God, the universe, and my spirit team can carry the tasks that I can't, I will do the tasks that I can. I will put forth the necessary effort. I will move as if I have a team in the ether that knows no boundaries when it comes to my life's joy and success. We got us. So that was it. That was Emma's prayer, okay? AKA journal entry, or whatever you want to call it. I guess I could call it a proclamation. I was really just writing down really what was on my mind. And I was like, listen, if God, if you can do this part that I can't control, if you can get people to see me, I will do the rest. I will do everything in my power to be seen, to be heard, to share my message, to share my perspective, to share my trials and tribulations, to be able to help people, okay? To let people know that they are not alone in this life, in this journey of self-evolution. So I guess the message was delivered, okay? Because my video went viral earlier this week. Basically, I wrote all that to say, I'm committed, win or lose. I'm doing it, win or lose. I'm going hard, success or failure. I don't care what the results are. I'm doing this because I love it. I'm doing this because it's who I am. I'm doing this because it fuels me. I'm finna get emotional, y'all. My eyes start watering. But no, like, that was literally the whole drive and the point behind it. Like, I'm getting this shit done by any means necessary. There is nothing and nobody who can stop me from moving forward. There is nothing and nobody who can stop me, because God got me and I got God. Stop playing with me. I have an army behind me. I have an army behind me, standing 10 toes down, and whatever decision I make, we moving, period. And that's my mindset. So that is what drove me to write down that journal entry. And then subsequently after that, I went ahead and started getting to work. And to be quite frank, all of these videos that I'm making, are they helping you guys? Probably, yes, absolutely. But to be quite frank with y'all, the reason that these videos are so helpful, the reason that these videos are really hitting home to a lot of y'all is because I'm low-key speaking to my past self. I'm speaking to the version of me who didn't have faith, who didn't believe in their abilities, who was dealing with self-doubt, who was dealing with perfectionism and procrastination. Trust me, I know. That was me. So the video may have helped thousands of people, but I was talking to past Emma. I was talking to the past version of myself. Well, to be honest, I was just tired of my own shit. I was tired of having all these ideas, making all these plans, putting together all these to-do lists, writing down all these ideas for videos and never following through because I didn't have the right camera, because I didn't have the right timing, because I didn't feel like it, because I wasn't confident, because I didn't want to be on camera. It was a new excuse every time. It never failed. It was always a new excuse, right? Until it wasn't. Until there was no reason whatsoever that I had to not do it. I was really tired of overthinking and overcomplicating my process. I just wanted results, but more than that, I wanted clarity on what exactly am I supposed to fucking do. I had to overcome my doubts, I had to overcome my fears, and I really just had to commit to creating content that resonated with me, to be honest, and not really give a fuck who related to it or not. If it didn't feel right, I refused to create it. If it didn't feel authentic, I refused to create it. I didn't worry about fancy editing. I really just made it hella specific to my situation, and I put numbers in the title, right? SEO is all you need, baby. I didn't make a fancy thumbnail. It was just giving FaceTime call vibes. I had to put trust in myself and the universe and God. I had to put trust in the process. I had to put trust in everything, because if I didn't put myself in the position to know that I was going to succeed, then I wouldn't be here right now making this video and sharing with you how this happened for me. Honestly, out of all the videos I created, that was the most low maintenance video. I literally just I recorded a voice note of me talking my shit, and then I went to Notion and I typed out everything that I said, and then I just reorganized it into an outline for a YouTube video. That's literally it. That's literally it. It was a 20-minute process, okay? Don't worry about how it looks at first, okay? If you're not a master editor, don't worry about how it looks. It's not that fucking deep. Get on CapCut, put a little clarification, text, and every now and then, you know what I'm saying? Step 1, step 2, step 3, and figure out the rest later on, okay? You might even eventually end up hiring somebody to edit. Who knows? Make it easy on yourself by bonding with your audience. Connect with these people, right? These are not just random names on the internet. Your audience they're human beings. They have feelings, goals, ambitions, fears. Connect with them. Get in the comments and take your gloves off. Stop being so sedity. Talk to people, connect to people. How are you gonna grow your network? So what response did I get by jumping off the cliff and walking out on faith? At first, I want to say like the first 3 to 4 days, people were trickling in, kind of, sort of, you know, like, oh, okay, this video cute. A like, maybe they wouldn't like it, maybe they would. But I want to say on the 4th day, I woke up and I was on the phone with my homegirl and I'm looking at my analytics. The last time I checked, my video only had like 30-ish views and probably like 15 to 20 likes, right? And I was okay with that because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just going through the process. I'm just enjoying myself. I'm just creating content that I like. I don't really give a fuck if it goes viral or not. I'm just chilling. I know eventually I'm going to have 100,000 subscribers anyway. So who cares? I'm just filling up the library so that y'all have things to go back and look at when, you know, you look at the beginning of Ema's adventure, the beginning of Ema's YouTube career, right? That's all I was worried about. I wasn't thinking about, I have to get the formula right. There's a formula that you have to follow in order to get viral video. No, like I wasn't doing all of that. It's not that deep to me. I was having fucking fun and I was speaking my truth. And then I want to say on the 4th day, I was on FaceTime with my homegirl. I will never forget it. It's just like it was yesterday. I was looking at my analytics and somehow passed all the views, all the likes, all the comments. And I saw watch time, like the hours that somebody watched your video. And it said 93 hours of watch time. And I kid you not, I said out loud, I was like, 93 hours of watch time? Who sat and watched my video that long? And then I went to the actual video and it had 1,000 views. And then I posted this TikTok and start talking about it because I'm just like, bruh, I literally I'm such a Pisces. I'm so in the clouds sometimes that I didn't even realize my video was taking off like a rocket all weekend. And here I am literally the whole time. During that weekend, I literally had my head down. I was literally writing my next outline for my next video. I was signing up for a website. I was getting my blog together. It was so many things that I had my mind wrapped around that I hadn't realized that my video went viral, and it's still going viral as we speak in this very moment. So I was just like, damn, like all I had to do was take 2 steps and God took 98. That's it. That's it. You go 20%, God go 80. That's it. Or whatever you believe in, Allah, the universe, whatever, Jehovah. I don't know who you believe in or what you believe in, or if you believe in anything at all. If you don't believe in anything, that's cool too. But all you have to do is put in some effort and the rest will follow. I promise. So I'm thinking in my mind, like, okay, well, what do I need to do now? Like, the video don't blew up and people actually really like it. And it's actually a topic that I love talking about and that I know a lot about. Like, what do you do now? If it were me, take my advice or don't take it. I would focus on the watch time and where people are clicking off your video, because it's telling you how people are being introduced to your video and what's making them stay. That's the whole point of analyzing your analytics. How are you retaining people's attention? Get to know your audience. Why does your audience like that video so much? My audience likes that video so much, I'm learning, because they love a good aha moment. They love feeling a sense of clarity. They love refreshing perspectives. They love having epiphanies. They love when things just click in their mind. That's my audience. My audience likes that shit. It's like crack to us, right? So I'll be giving more of those. Now that I know that there are thousands of people who not only love what I have to say, but also love the way that I say it, it just makes the most sense to continue to create content about my zone of genius and my zone of pleasure. So expect more videos of me pouring into you, providing clarity for you. Expect more videos of us debunking all of the crazy limitations that the world has put on us. And expect more of me building a network of people who not only want to get shit done, but are actually willing to commit to the process of getting shit done. In hindsight, when my video succeeded, I was feeling really in tune with my mind, my creativity, and my intuition. So that's something I feel like we all need to work on, right? It led me to believe and realize that I actually did not have a creative block. I was just afraid that my passion I wanted to share wasn't gonna be found by my audience. But in hindsight, my audience ended up finding me once I actually uploaded the content. Ain't it funny how life worked out? It was just me being myself, speaking my mind with a passion, and intentionally connecting with my audience. I just aligned my content with my strengths and my obsessions, and it just worked out. So if you're wondering why your content is not getting the love that it probably deserves, just know that you need to implement your zone of genius, and you need to implement the things that you love and the things that bring you pleasure to speak about and to share with the world. And speak about that shit passionately. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Don't be discouraged. Be confident. Stand 10 toes down in it. I need you to stand on business. Period. It's your channel. It's your show. It is your platform that people are coming to. Understand that. So yes, is it okay that you're creating content for people? Yes, but you need to, first of all, enjoy what you're doing, or you're not going to continue to do it. You're not going to make it past next month. I promise you that. I want you here. I want you successful. I want you to be fulfilled. I want you to enjoy what it is you're doing. So follow your zone of genius and follow your zone of pleasure and make that shit fun, like I always say. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. Love you, love you, love you. Bye. Yeah.